In this video, we're going to be looking at font size properties. In our previous video, we have done we have been using font size. So in this video, this is more like a follow-up and an in-depth study on font size. In this one, we're going to be looking at the different ways to assign a value to our font size property. So I just listed them out here, the different ways to assign values to our font size. The first one is using pixel count, which we had used in some of our previous tutorials, and of course the second one is with percentage. The third one is EM, and the last way to assign value to our font size property is using keywords, and those keywords are XS-small, X-small, small, medium, large, X-large, and XX-large. So all of these have their own default sizes. If you enter them, the browser will automatically assign the size that comes with our XS small and so on and so forth up until XX large. I'm sure you get the drift. So first of all, we're going to start with our pixel count, and we're going to assign the value to our body. We're going to be styling against our body tag or our body element, and all of the child elements which are nested within the parent element, our body element, would automatically inherit our font size, which is styled against our body tag. So let's get to it. To use the font size property, you simply write font hyphen size and you put your colon, and then we're just going to say 35 pixels. Okay, we're going to say 35 pixels, and we're going to save this, and we hit refresh here, and as you can see, everything on our web page has taken the 35 pixel count, and you see that is looking a lot bolder. Okay, so now we're going to come to our header 1 and header 2, and then specify using percentage and EM to determine the size for our fonts. Okay, so simply just type fonts hyphen size, and we'll put our column, and we're going to use 150% as our font size or our value. And this 150% is a relative value. It is a derivative of this 35%. okay, so you may ask, how do I know what this 150% is? We simply use our calculator. Okay, we're just going to open up our calculator app here. Okay, and there you go, our calculator is open. Move this to the left a bit. Okay, so how do we get the value for this 150% in pixels? Because what we are simply saying here is use 150% of our 35 pixels, okay, or scale it up to 150% of these 35 pixels. Okay, so that is simply 150 times 35, okay, sorry, times 35 equals okay, and then we divide, or we just do percentage. Okay, so what we get is 52. That's 150% of 35 is 52.5. so the font size we're actually using here is 52.5 pixels. That means we are saying give us 150% more of 35, which scales it up to 52.5 pixels. So the good thing about this is if you need to change your header 1, you don't have to come here to do this. Assuming you have several headers you want to work with in a large website, you will simply just come here and either reduce your pixel count or increase your pixel count, and it will be applied across board for all your headers. Okay, so we're going to do that for our header 2, and for our header 2 we're going to be using EM, so we'll just simply type font hyphen size. Okay, we'll put a colon there, and we're going to be using 1.4 EM. And what EM does, just like the percentage, is simply to multiply 1.4 by 35 times. Okay, and it scales it up to this value. It is also a relative value. To get the pixel count for our EM, which is this, you simply type 1.4 multiplied by 35, and that will give you 49 pixels. So what we're going to be using here is 49 pixels, and what is simply saying is multiply 1.4 EM, which scales it up to 35 pixels, multiply 1.4 EM by 35 pixels, and then it gives you 49 pixels. Instead of specifying the exact pixel count, you can simply just use EM, and then whenever you need to change your sizes, you can simply come here and change it globally, and that inheritance rule will apply to all of your tags your child elements. Okay, so we're just going to save this and refresh, so you would see what it now looks like on our web. Okay, we're going to refresh this, and you see that our headers have become much smaller. Instead of just taking up the usual 35 pixels that is up here, so this one has taken up this 150%, and this has taken up our 1.4 EM. Okay, so we're going to work with our paragraph also, and we'll show you how to use keywords. To determine the font size for our para 1 and para 2. So we'll simply just type font hyphen size, we'll put a column, and we're going to use this value, this particular value here, our x hyphen small. So we'll type x hyphen small, and we'll end it with a colon, and we'll come here and do just the same. We'll type font size, font hyphen size, and we'll put a column, and in this case we're going to use medium. We'll just simply type medium, and we'll put our column. Okay, so there's a specific value attached to each of these keywords. Okay, from medium to large to extra large to extra large, they have all their own specific values. Okay, medium for instance is 13 pixel, large is 16 pixel, extra large is 18 pixel. So when we refresh this now, it should take it to the right pixel count that is attached to the various or relative or respective keywords. So we're just going to save this, and we'll hit refresh here, and as you can see, okay, this one has taken the relative pixel count for extra small, and this one has taken the respective or relative pixel count for medium size, which is usually the default size when you are writing your HTML document. And you can see that this particular one has retained our initial 35 pixel counts. So that's how you work with your font size when you want to style or put your CSS rule set against our body tag and apply it to all of the child elements within your body tag. Okay, that should do it for this video. As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next class.